President Biden is facing his lowest approval rating yet when it comes to inflation, gun violence, and even COVID.
Joe Concha is here with reaction. Joe, we're talking about an ABC News Ipsos poll. Approval rating on COVID, 45% disapprove, 69% disapprove on his handling of inflation, 66% disapprove of his handling of the gun violence problem. And I'm wondering, Joe, of all those problems, has he outlined a solution for any of them?
Well, first, hi, Ashley. Hi, cohort. Good to see you again.
Sorry,
on your question, it'll be a running theme. Look, at a time where we had a massacre in Waukesha, grandmothers and children run over by a murderous madman who never should have been out on bail, and at a time where we continue to see smash and grab looting, as Marianne just reported, or at a time homicides are skyrocketing in cities from Philadelphia to Chicago to Austin to Los Angeles and dozens in between, the president doesn't offer up that solution, to answer your question, Carly. He takes the weekend off outside of running to Jimmy Fallon on Friday night and then to an award show at the Kennedy Center on Sunday night. Kamala Harris, also at the Kennedy Center, can't be bothered to visit the U.S. southern border or speak with any leaders from Mexico or Nicaragua or Guatemala, nor she, as a former district attorney and attorney general of California, can be bothered to address crime in any way, shape, or form. This is an administration who believes they can ignore a problem or lie about it and it will eventually go away. They don't want to do the hard work or answer the tough questions, and poll after poll after poll, the American people show they know it, and their voices will be heard, believe me, in 2022 in the form of a red tsunami in the House and the Senate, guys.
And then I want to talk about Vice President Harris for a second. The San Francisco Chronicle said, the headline read, 1 year in, Kamala Harris says she won't be distracted by ridiculous headlines. Quote, Harris sidestepped questions about the departure of high-profile staffers. So, that came out a couple of weeks ago, and she's saying she's not going to be distracted. Well, I don't think she should even really be paying attention to the headlines when she's supposed to be taking care of the situation at the border.
Precisely, Ashley, and not taking any questions since that piece came out, right? You'll find Kamala Harris in the back of a milk carton before you see her in front of a microphone actually addressing these issues. It's almost as if she's in for the job for either the cool parts, like going to the Kennedy Center, or eventually being the 2024 nominee. You saw a poll out this weekend that shows just 22%, barely 1 in 5 Democrats want Joe Biden to run in 2024. So who's the plan B? I guess it's the vice president. But again, you have staff that are exiting at this point at a stunning rate. And you have a vice president who's MIA on basically every major issue at this point.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about how the president has a 28% approval rating when it comes to inflation. Inflation just hit a 39-year high. That came out on Friday. And then there was this Bloomberg article that suggested ways to cope with inflation. And one of their suggestions is spend your paycheck right away. Also borrow lots of money. Something tells me that you do not endorse those as solutions to this problem, Joe.
Yeah, that's as unfunny as the new Sex and the City. And believe me, I watched the first 2 episodes also. It's horrible. And yes, I did watch the original show. What can I say? Anyway, I love this headline. Spend your money before not-so-transitory inflation makes your dollar even more worthless. That's great advice. I love Joy Reid's take on this. She's from MSNBC. Consumer confidence is at its lowest level in a decade, and that lack of confidence has translated into a drop in Biden's approval rating because Republicans are seizing on inflation and blaming Joe Biden for it personally. No, Americans are seizing on inflation because they feel it every day. Inflation is unspinnable, and the way this administration can show they're taking it seriously is not to ram through trillions of more new spending on top of the trillions they've already spent. So anyway, guys, I know you got to go. I think there's another show that starts after you, so I'll say good to see you, Ashley. Todd's not here. I can't bust on this Giants losing again, and that's disappointing, but it was a pleasure to be with you, and we'll talk again soon.
So nice seeing you.
So much, Joe. We appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.